Hey guys, it's Raphael, and today we've got Zachary Quinto and Chris Pine from from Star Trek playing Spock, respectively, and Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Hey guys, is there a resistance to do this when you kind of raise your hands? Like Carl Urban kind of did this, and I'm like, don't you mean you kind of need to do?
Yeah, I don't really ever do that somehow, unless I have to.
Unless you have to. So, you are about to, well, the film is fantastic, so congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.
You guys are about to enter into sci-fi fantasy lore, and essentially I was trying to explain this to my brother who's a big fan, and I'm like, it's a bromantic sci-fi epic because of the chemistry that these guys have as the characters themselves and as you guys as actors. How did you prepare for that offset?
Well, luckily, to a certain extent, we didn't really have to. I think it's really, in terms of trying to achieve a level of connection or chemistry with another actor, it's always the worst if you have to try at it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the minute you start having to put effort into it, you're in trouble, I think. So Chris and I were lucky in the regard that we already kind of knew each other beforehand. We live in the same neighborhood in L.A., and we have a very sort of similar circle of friends, and we actually we had the same personal trainer before
Right.
either of us got this job, so we would pass as we were leaving the workout.
Tell him that.
Like you
didn't.
passed your trainer on one.
Pretty much.
No, but we were both friends with our trainer before he was our trainer.
Right.
So
We actually worked out in his kitchen.
in his kitchen, the grimy.
Seriously?
Totally.
Yeah, he would work out in his kitchen. Yeah.
He's a great trainer, by the way.
Awesome.
I have never heard that workout before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out later online.
It's unique to him. I don't know. You might have
Right.
to come back to LA in order to experience it fully. But now he works out in a gym.
True.
So, but yeah, so it wasn't really the kind of thing we had to put too much effort into, from my end anyway. Yeah.
You guys got to work with Leonard Nimoy
Yeah.
in the film. I imagine that would have been a thrill for you guys.
I don't know, I got a sense from Leonard, it was very, I wasn't really a big fan of the series to begin with, but there was something very special about sitting on set with him and seeing a guy that's been a character for 40 years and
Yep.
clearly knowing that he's kind of handing off the mantle to a younger version of himself, essentially, that was very, I don't know, he had this kind of quiet, observant, he was just kind of taking in the totality of the experience, not only being on set and seeing this new incarnation, but also I don't know, I got the sense of him kind of seeing the whole experience kind of flash before him. It was very special. It was very cool.
I imagine it would have been great to have his blessing for the film and your character, essentially. And I know you probably get asked this a lot, but what about your character? I mean, William Shatner's version of Captain Kirk is extremely well regarded as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote him a letter early on and told him who I was and just explained that, like any actor, I was searching for a good part, and I just happened to find one, and it happened to be the one that he had done for about 40 years or so. But he was very nice and wrote me back immediately and said that we'd love to get together and get some lunch. Would never happen, but hopefully one of these days soon.
He doesn't really want to see you.
No,
He told me.
probably saw that.
Leonard told me. I'm really close with Leonard. Leonard told me that he talked to Bill, and Bill was like,
Small daggers to the heart.
"These little ones."
You guys obviously are juxtaposed in the sense that your character's Spock and who he is quite reserved and emotionless, and yours is actually quite physical. How did you guys prepare for each of those roles, apart from, I don't know, binding yourself for the Spock role and going, I can't really move my face or whatever?
No, I didn't. That wasn't really part of it for me as much as, for me it was more about like an internal journey. You know what I mean? Like everything that Spock. I mean, because he's not emotionless at all. I mean, he's got a really sort of fertile emotional life that he has to really wrestle with, I think, in this iteration of the character. I mean, when Leonard played Spock, he was a little bit more in command of that, and as I'm playing him, he's not so much. So it wasn't really about restriction so much. It was about connection.
And about your comedic side for playing Captain Kirk.
That was mostly kind of, JJ he loves comedy, and I got more of a kick out of trying to make him laugh, and, so it became like a game for me. But I had a lot of fun doing that, and I just trusted JJ pretty much completely to tell me when it was.
Because you get strangled a lot in the film.
I get pretty much beaten
Like,
up.
I've tried to
the
count. I'm
whole
like,
time.
He gets his ass handed to
There,
him
the whole
a few
time,
times,
which kind of bummed me out because I thought, hey, action hero, I get to kick some ass, and of course, Spock hurts me. Spock gets the girl.
Kicked your ass, and I got laid.
And you got laid. But I piled.
You almost did, though, if my brother asked me. So is he going to sleep with a green lady? And I'm like, I can't tell you. I don't want to ruin the film, but you have to watch it. I have one last question because I'm being signaled to get off because I talk too much. Now, we know you from Heroes. We know you're a badass. We've seen you in Spock. Both have big cult followings. We do want to see a comedic side of you, which we've kind of seen. In So Notorious.
Yeah. You and like 1,000 others.
Maybe like 10 people.
Right.
I'm not a Tory fan. They're going to cut that out anyway. What's next? I mean, apart from the series or the franchise, are we going to see you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the process of kind of figuring that out right now. Although one thing that I don't have a lot of is time. I mean, we're doing this press tour until May 15th, and scheduled to go back to the 4th season of Heroes on June 1st. So it's kind of about finding the time, but comedy is definitely something I want to do and will do for sure. But in the meantime, I started a
This pairing certainly works for a comedy tour.
Yeah, we could do
at the very
we could
least.
do something.
Circus act.
Trapeze, juggling fire,
Koala wrangling.
You have a,
Oh my God!
You have a
There it is! Oh my God.
That's all I've got today, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.